everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and today we are going to be using some of my latest thrift store finds, and I'm going to put them to use in my current journal, and I'd like to bring you guys along while I create something. So if you remember in my last video, we had a hair bow, or an, what do you call this? Headband, excuse me. And it was like this, and it had all this really cool tulle and feathers and beading. Well, I deconstructed it. I just took that baby apart. So here's the, the headband part. So we're not going to use that. But all of this gorgeous stuff, isn't that pretty? And look, these are like little clusters. How cute is that? It's going to be awesome. And so I've got like 3 little ones, and this is just how it came apart. I didn't glue them back together or anything. So we're going to use that. And we're also going to use these cute little skulls. Now, I'm not a big skull fan in general, but these are rhinestones and they're gold, and I just tarnished them. So I think they're fabulous. So we're going to use those. And we are also going to be using only things that I have found at thrift stores. Not saying that, I don't go out and buy material and, embellishments and trim and all that, which I do. But it's kind of fun when you use what you already have. So let me show you. This here, I have no idea what this is. It has Velcro on the ends, and I got 2 strips of it, right? And what was weird is I had another one of these, and I don't know where it went, but it had a Forever 21 tag on it. I'm thinking, now, I've always loved fashion, so I, pride myself on, or used to pride myself on keeping up with the trends and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what this was used for. Maybe a belt, around your waist. You got me. So we're using that, and we're using a bunch of fabric, all from my thrift stores, which is just so much fun. And if you guys remember, in my last video, this was the sleeve that I cut off a blouse. So I don't know if I'm going to use everything, not saying yay or nay to any of this, but we're going to give it a shot. So let me show you, without divulging the whole thing. You guys will figure this out, what type of journal I'm making. But let me bring out the cover. We're going to work on the cover. Ha, ha, ha. And this fabric I got again at the store that I go to down in downtown Denver. It's called Recreative Denver. It's all donated craft supplies. Oh, died and went to heaven. Let me tell you, I've mentioned it before. I'm going to mention it again. This fabric is awesome. It's 2-sided. And when I got it, this is the other side, you guys. Look at that. That is also a very cool side. But for this journal, I'm thinking, I like this side better. And when I got it, I didn't even think it was 2-sided. And that's what's really fun, you guys, is sometimes the back of a fabric looks just as cool, if not cooler, than the front. So anyways, a little side note here. So we are going to be building some layers on my all fabric cover here. I'm not going to show you the inside, which I'm very excited about, and that will be in an upcoming video. But what we're going to do is, as you guys know, I love to layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to layer. Oops, and this little guy got caught. Oh, get him out of the way. We're going to layer all sorts of fabric. And to me, at first it was intimidating when I started to layer things. And what I've learned is you just keep adding on. You keep adding on. But one of the keys is to bring different patterns, different weights of fabric and different styles, I guess, for lack of a better term. So we've got a lace or crocheted, this was probably a placemat or a tablecloth. We've got some regular fabric. We've got different colored lace from a dress. And we've got this that I got at a thrift store. And this is from a blouse. I've used almost this whole thing up. But do you see where I'm going with this? There's a lot of different patterns, textures, and colors. And I think that's one of the keys to pattern mixing. And we're just going to go with it. So let's get going. I've got a ton of it over here. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And we're just going to start layering. Now for this particular journal, I am going to have things coming off all the sides, meaning my fabric isn't going to stop right at the, at the edge there. So I'll just show you how I do this. And we're just going to lay some stuff down. Now I like the way this looks, around. It gives the edges interest, in my opinion, and that's not saying we're going to do that with every journal, but it just depends on what you're going for. So I'm going to layer something else on top of it. And this is also from, I think this was a blouse. This was the bottom of a blouse. So when I go thrift shopping, I always look for things I can cut up. So we're going to layer that. Let's see what else we're going to do. Oh, I got a lot going on over here. We're going to put this. And another key to this type of journal cover is to cut things not in a straight line. So for example, this right here, I cut at angles, and I think that that just gives it a whole bunch of interest. I love that. And I like the way it goes over the top and out the edge here. Let's see, what else are we going to use here? Oh, this looks really pretty. I don't know. Now see, this is a scarf. I haven't cut this up yet. So I'm going to think about that. I'm going to cut that up. And then I also have, what else do I have here? I've got some fabric, which I haven't cut up yet either. So we're going to use that. So let's cut this up first. At first I'm like, oh, I don't want to cut this up because it's really pretty. But, oh well. So I'm not really going to follow, any rules here or guidelines. I'm just going to go around some of the netting and some of the pattern and get, something that's not straight. All right, so let's see what we have. And obviously you save that. All right. And I also, when I cut these things up, I use the larger pieces in the back. Now I'm liking this as the cover point and not as much of this. And also another thing is you can always move this stuff around, right? So let's see. I don't know. All right, I like that. So let's just keep going here. Oh, let's see, what else can we add? Maybe one of these little flowers. We're going to cut that up. No, I don't like that. Maybe I want a longer strip right here. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. All right. So let's find a longer strip of this fabric. There it is, right there. I know, it's like, oh, what am I going to do because I'm cutting out some of the flower pattern? Ah, but that's okay. It is okay. You know, let go of wanting to make sure it's all even and stuff. That's what I love to do. Not to say that I don't get a little, you know, OCD about stuff. Believe me, I do. All right, so I think that looks really good. Really, really good. Now, flip that over. How much do we have on the overhang? We've got a little bit on the bottom and a little bit on the top. So I'm thinking I want to trim this down a little bit just because I do really like that blue. I really like it. So just get some of the little bits off and you can create your own like little pattern. All right, I'm going to cut some of this off too because I still want that blue. I love that blue. So I'm going to do that. All right, you guys. Now this is the front cover. I don't know what I'm doing with the back cover yet. Don't know. All right, now from here, let's think about this. How do you want your journal cover to close? Do you want a ribbon around the whole thing? Do you want just something on the side right here as maybe a tie? That's a good question. So that's where this is going to come in. And I'm throwing stuff all over the place, but that's okay. All right, let me unvelcro these. Ah. So, see, I don't like it over the top because I want this to be front and center. So I don't know if I want that underneath and to go around the whole journal. It's a good dang question. So I don't know about that. All right. Now another thought that I have is this. There, see there again, there's another pattern. And this is something that I recently got at the antique mall. Now what I'm thinking I might do with this is have that go over the whole thing and go underneath there. And then we're going to have a tie closure. I think that's what we're going to do. All right. So now, granted, I know you're like, oh, I'm going to take this whole pattern thing off, but that's all right. Okay, so we're going to measure this because I want, you know, half on the front and half on the back. Oops, sorry if I bumped the camera. All right, so we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. All right. Okay, now we're going to start gluing. I know, you guys, and we haven't even got to my little cuties yet. But this is how I roll. This is how I put together my journals. All right, so we're going to get some Fabri-Tac here, and we're going to tack this down. And I'm getting to the bottom of my Fabri-Tac, so I'm going to have to hold it upside down so that I don't have to keep shaking it every time. And I'm going to get a liberal amount on here because I want this to be secured down there, although we are going to have a whole bunch of stuff over the top. So that's okay. You know, I'm not worried about the glue globs here, and I'll glue the back later. So that's tacked down. Now, we got to remember how we did this, right? So we're going to have, move this out of the way. And sometimes take a picture, right? Although I don't have that capability right now, I've got an idea in my head. But a lot of the times I do take pictures because you don't remember. You think you're going to, but you don't. So How much do I want this to overhang? Not that much. I'll move it back in. We're just going to tack this baby down. Actually, not really tack it. We're going to glue it. We're going to make sure this is pretty dang secure on here. And you can always come back later to, you know, make sure the sides are, or the edges are pretty secure on there. Because once we start adding all the layers here, it's going to be secure. All right, so the next one is going to be this guy. Whoops. All right. And another thing with this type of journal is I don't line it all up. I like it to go sideways, off the top, you know, something that's not exactly the same. What I mean by that is I'm not following the same lines here. All right, so we're going to put that down. Although I'm getting to be kind of the same lines. See, there I go. There I go, trying to be matchy. Oh, oh dang. I think I want this over more. Yep. Okay, I'm going to glue that down. One of the things with these layering of all these different laces and patterns and fabrics is I want some of each of the layers to show through. Meaning when I put this gorgeous applique trim over the other, I still want to be able to see that. And that's one of the things that I look for when I do this. So there's that. And I'm going to go back, you know, and I will do some more tacking of this down later. Okay, so what did we have next? We had the blue. Love the blue. Love the blue. Oh, that looks so pretty. So pretty, you guys. Ho ho. Yay. All right, so there's that. Today is not a nice day outside. It's rain and the leaves are finally turning in our area. I don't know about where you guys are at, but the leaf turning has been kind of late this year because we've had a pretty wet summer and pretty hot. So I guess that, you know, delays when the leaves turn. I don't know anything about that, but I guess so. All right, now from here, what was I gonna do? Did I like the gray? I did like the gray. And where is my little orange piece here? I don't know, that looks pretty good. Do I want the gray on top or the orange on top? Or do I not want the orange at all? I don't know. It's kind of going with my theme though. Should I do the orange? Oh, decisions, decisions. Oh no. Oh man, I think I'm covering up too much of the blue. Covering up too much of the blue, and I like the blue. Rats, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards not using this. Well, okay, we're not going to use it, but we can always add it in later, you know, as a little accent piece. So we're going to glue down this blue. Come on. This thing is getting clogged. Hold on just a second. I got to get a little wipe here. All right, here we go. Come on. Now, depending on how thick this is, I don't know if I'm going to sew any of this by hand or by machine. Probably not. I'm not sure though. All right, so all that is secured down, and I will go back and secure some more later. So there is the beginning here, right? Now, time to add our little goodies. Oh, look at that cutie. And I also have some jewelry that I'm going to add. But let's do the tool first. Let's cut this up some more. Where's my scissors? Just because I think this is really cute, and I love this black tool here. It's pretty thick though. However they glued this sucker down, it's pretty secure. My scissors are having a hard time going through it. Let me try an X-Acto knife. Hold on just a second. Let's see if an X-Acto knife will go through. If I shake the table, I apologize. Getting this taken apart. Sometimes you got to use your muscles. There we go. Yay! All right. So we got that. Okay. So, how do we want to use this? I don't know. Let's see. I love that. So I always like to have a focal point on my covers. And so that's what we're going to do here, is have some sort of focal point. Now these little cuties, I think look great just like that, right? So we're going to put that down. Okay, and let me show you the jewels that I have. Oh, wait, I got my skulls. Where's my skulls? Oh, go, where'd they go? Here they are. Okay, we got to incorporate these guys. So back up the truck a minute. I was thinking right along the edge, and what I could do is sew those down, right? So it's going to have like a trim on the edge, which I think looks fabulous, or go across the center, or even still, we could just remove these. All right, so let's go back to where I was. Where's my little tool piece here? Here we go. That's not the one I was going to use. Was I going to use this one? Nope, this one. All these little fancy cuties. All right. So if I've got that there, put these little skulls right next to it. I think I might do that. And then the jewels that I have an earring here, which might look really cute like that. Or I have this really big pin, which I think is the coolest. This right here, look at that. So we could put that over the tool and have this coming out of one side with the feathers coming up. Come on, you're getting stuck in here. Having the feathers going up. I think that might be it. Yep. Oh, wow. Is that cool? Or is that cool? Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to close this journal and see where I'm going to place this. Now, these cute little skulls, I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to put them. See, but I like the way it's tarnished right next to this. So I don't know if I'm going to have them hanging out of the bottom. Let's see how that works. Yeah, that's pretty dang cute. That's pretty dang cute, just like that. So, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this journal and figure out where to place the embellishment. So hold on just a second. Let me grab it. This journal's pretty dang big, I gotta say, but you know how my all fabric journals go. They're all big. Get that out of there. All right, so here is the journal closed, right? So we've got the hanging over the edge, which I like a lot. We've got the tie closure, which I think is going to be really cool, like that. And then, get that all centered. Where are my little doodads? Here they are. Oh, yay! Let's move all this other stuff out of the way so you can kind of see what I got going on here. Oh, I think that looks so good. Except, to me, this is a big expanse of gray. So I don't know if I want this more in the center. I don't know. That is to be determined, right? And I am also thinking that even though I do like the overhang, I think this is too much gray. So I'm going to cut that off just so, because I like the blue. I'm going with the blue here. There. Yep. Now it's not too much gray. Ha! Easy fix, right? And think about this. I have all these little cuties left over. I could put them on the other side of my pin. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, this is it. This is it. So what I am going to do is I am going to just take off this little, you know, the little jump ring there, little ring, and put this little skull, actually it's the biggest of the little guys, and put him right here. And I just think that looks fabulous. Ha! So there you have it. Thrift store finds transformed into a all fabric junk journal cover. Oh, yay, yay, yay. So I encourage you guys, just have fun with the pattern mixing. It's so much fun, whether you do it with paper, you know, fabric, anything, jewelry. Oh, I love it. I love it, you guys. So I hope you guys are inspired to go out and just mix it up, have a good time. And thank you for watching. So I will see you soon in my next video, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye.